Van Deeb, a dynamic leader with decades of experience building companies and crushing sales. He's been there and done that.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. My name is Van Deeb.
Inspiring audiences across the country to do it too. Here's Van.
Well, hello and welcome to the Van Deeb podcast. I'm Van Deeb, and I am so glad you are with me today. You know, my whole mission in doing these podcasts is to help you move your needle forward, help you live your best life. And today I want to talk to you about having faith in yourself. It is my hope that this year will be one of your best years yet. And I want to share something today that's been on my heart. It's the importance of having faith in yourself. I'm not talking about blind optimism or wishful thinking. I'm talking about the unshakable belief that you are capable of accomplishing anything you set your mind to do. I'm living proof of that, ladies and gentlemen. 42 years I've been in business, and I'm living proof that we are capable of anything we set our mind to. You know, I just had a conversation this morning with a business owner who asked me, he said, what is the one thing that you still want to accomplish while you're here on this earth? And it took me a whole 2 seconds to respond. I told him that I want to help people realize that they can accomplish anything they want to do if they believe in themselves. You know, believing in yourself is everything, and you can do it. I don't care what your challenges have been, how many people have knocked you down. You can get there. It's faith. Just concentrate on believing in yourself. You know, we live in a world that's filled with distractions and doubts. But let me tell you something. You were built for greatness. God didn't make any mistakes. Every single one of us has a unique set of talents and abilities that are just waiting to be unlocked. And some people unlock these talents and abilities when they're in their teens, or their 20s, or their 30s, or their 40s. And I'm not joking. Your 50s, 60s, 70s. It's never too late. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let me say it again. Here's the thing. Unlocking them requires one critical ingredient: faith in yourself. And no, that's not the only thing that you need. As I've said over and over again in my podcasts over all these years, you have to make changes in your life that will be necessary for you to go to the next level. If you want to live an above average life, guess what? You have to be an above average person. It won't just happen. And to do this, you need to surround yourself with like-minded people who have a positive mindset and are in your corner and believe in you. Now, keep in mind that there may not be that many people out there who fit that description. But when you believe in yourself, the rest will follow. And when I say surround yourself around like-minded people, I'm not talking about finding people that are multimillionaires. I'm just telling you to find people to be in your camp, to be in your life, that are good humans that want to move their own needle forward. When you truly believe in your ability to succeed, your whole mindset shifts. Obstacles become opportunities. Challenges become stepping stones. And the things that you once thought were were impossible, they suddenly feel within reach. Why? Because you believe in yourself. And once again, I know this is true because I've lived it. And yes, just because I'm a positive guy and I'm very optimistic and I look at the bright side and the cup is half full and I'm grateful, there have been times in my life when doubt tried to creep in, whispering to me, hey, Van, you can't do this. But you know what? Let me tell you something. Every time that voice would get in my head, Van, you can't do this. Every time that happened, faith drowned out those voices. Faith said to me, yes, you can. Why not you, and why not now? You know, when I was building my first company back in 1993, I encountered so many naysayers. Oh my gosh. You know, people would say, Van, there's no room for another real estate company in our city. Come be a manager with us. We'll take care of you. Or just flat out, he'll never make it. So my motivation was not to prove them wrong. My motivation was to prove myself right because I had faith. To me, there's nothing more liberating and satisfying than believing in yourself and your ability. Once you develop this mindset, there is nothing you can't do. The sky is the limit. But remember, it doesn't happen overnight. No one is great when they get started, but they have to get started to become great. So here's my challenge to you. Don't just listen to this podcast. Take some notes on some challenges I have for you. I want you to live your best life and be the best version of yourself. Is number one, I'm going to give you 3 things to challenge yourself with. One is silence the doubts. The only voice that matters is the one that tells you, I can. Train yourself to replace self-doubt with self-belief. You know, I still talk to myself in the mirror all the time and making positive affirmations just about every day. Telling myself, go out and be productive today. If there's anybody that can make today something special, it's you, Van. I talk to myself in the mirror all the time, and guess what? It works. The man in the mirror, the person in the mirror is the one that you need to get fired up. You know, Brene Brown, who I just love her messages. She says, talk to yourself like you would talk to someone you love. I'm going to repeat that. Brene Brown says, talk to yourself like you would talk to someone you love. So my number one thing I want you to do is silence the doubts. Number 2, take the leap. You don't need to have all the answers or a perfect plan. Faith is about stepping forward. I mean, even if your path isn't fully clear, move forward. As Zig Ziglar, one of my favorite motivational speakers and authors, what he says often would say, and I really believe this, an average plan executed is far better than a brilliant plan where nothing is done. Don't wait to make the perfect plan. You know why? It will never happen. Nothing's perfect. Nothing will ever be perfect. Just get started. Take the leap. Step forward. Number 3, commit to growth. You have to believe in your potential and you have to invest in it. What do I mean by that? Read more, learn more, and watch yourself grow. Learn more about your trade. Read more about your trade. Get more involved that'll make you better at what you do for a living. Attend events that will make you better. Commit to yourself and make a written commitment. The more you strengthen your abilities, the stronger your faith in yourself will become. That's a fact. You know, I want to learn something new every day from the people that I run into or I talk with, even my associates that work in my firm. I want to learn something new every day. I leave my house every morning, or even if I don't, I open up my mind every day to say, I want to learn something new every day. Now, that's unusual for somebody that's been self-employed and accomplished so many goals in my 42-year career. Usually those people say, hey, man, I know everything. You can't tell me anything. I've been doing this forever. I'm the best. No, that's not my mindset. My mindset is I want to learn something new every day. If you are intentional about learning something new, then you will. So I want to back up. My challenge to you is these three things. Find ways to silence the doubts. Take the leap and commit to growth. That's going to be different for everybody, but get a pad and a pen. I didn't say type it on your computer. Write this down, because when you write it down, you're going to memorize it better. It's going to have more meaning when you take the time to write these things down. One thing, Mark Cuban, you know who Mark Cuban is. He's on Shark Tank. I love Shark Tank. Talk about learning, about business, my word. But I loved what he says. He says, what I've learned in all these years is you just got to stay focused and believe in yourself and trust your own ability and judgment. Isn't that it? Believe in yourself. And I want to tell you something. There's very few things I'm going to brag about that I'm good at, but God truly blessed me in helping bring out the best in other people. I've been told that my whole motivational speaking career, that I have the God-given ability to bring out the best in everybody and help you gain and instill confidence. Just remember something. The truth is that the life you've always dreamed of is possible. But it starts with you. It starts with your belief that you're capable of achieving anything you desire. Always remember that you don't have to be great to get started. You just have to get started to someday be great. That's how everybody that is notable at what they do for a living and successful, they all had to start somewhere. And just remember something. I quote this almost every podcast I do because I really believe in it. Napoleon Hill's book, best-selling book, Think and Grow Rich, back in 1936, is still the all-time second best-selling book in history. This has stayed with me forever, since 42 years ago when I first read this. If you can conceive it and believe it, then you can achieve it. I've lived by this quote since I entered the business world in 1983. If we believe in our abilities, we can achieve it. And backing up to what I said earlier about my skill set, take advantage. Check out my website. Learn more about me at vandeeb.com. But take advantage of my abilities to help you get you where you want to go. Go talk to your owner of your company, or get a group of people and hire me to come in and visit with you. It'll be the best thing you've ever done is to have me come speak to you, either a Zoom or in person. This is what I live for, is to help others get to where they want to go. I'm trying to use my God-given talents while I'm here on this earth, and my God-given talent is to help you move the needle forward. So just remember my message today. Have faith. Stay determined. Most of all, take action, because you got this. Let's make this your best year ever, because I know you can. Please stay in touch with me. You're welcome to email me with your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. van@vandeeb.com. And please, if you know anybody that could use motivational, inspirational messages like I have, forward them to that person. Give them the gift of motivation and believing in themselves. Forward this. Sign up for my podcast. Sign up for my newsletter so you get them in your inbox, so you get this podcast in your inbox. Once again, have faith, stay determined. Most of all, take action, because you can do this. Let's make this your best year ever. Thank you very much for your valuable time. And until the next time, this is Van Deeb signing out, the Van Deeb Podcast.
A Huda Media Production.